I see income adding up and I'm like, wow, this is really how income can add up over time. If you go to KFC, McDonald's, Wendy's, Burger King, any one of them, you'll get a job on the spot. Trust me. Hi, welcome back to my channel. On this channel, I talk about life in Canada, studying in Canada, and personal development. Now today I will be talking about free monies in Canada. I know it sounds so much like a clickbaity topic, but it's actually what it is. It is literally free money in Canada. This money isn't something that you have to work to get, and the thing about when you're in a new country is that you tend to compare the country that you're from with the country that you're currently living in, and that is how I'm able to identify unique things that are not in my home country but is in Canada. So one of those things is free money. So basically, back in my home country, the only income I could think about was the income of what I work and what I earn. There wasn't any other income that was coming in. However, since I've been in Canada, there are other monies that have been coming in. The next thing that I'll be talking about is also other opportunities where you can make more money. So the first type of free money that you receive while you're in Canada is called GST. So basically what that is, taxes that you pay on the food that you purchase, just grocery in general, and just taxes that you pay in pretty much everything that you pay taxes on. That is money that you get back, but it is a standard amount that you receive. It doesn't fluctuate, and you also don't need to send in any report to get this money. So in my home country, it is called general consumption tax, and in Canada it is called goods and services tax. So basically, every goods and service that you purchase, you pay taxes on it, and that is the money that you get back. So the amount that you get with GST is $400 and something. Generally, you would get this amount every 3 months. So you would get it like January, and then you would get it April. So increments of every 3 months, starting from January, you would receive $400 by doing nothing, just from living. So that's the first one. The next one is tax credit. Now with tax credit, this is where you have multiple different things like childcare and just different ways that you get back money from things that you have paid for before. Home is another one, so if you purchase a home, but the one that is applicable to me is the tuition tax credit. So what tuition tax credit is that you actually get a tax credit for all the money that you pay when you are paying your tuition. So let's say you pay a tuition of $8,000, then that full $8,000 is placed on your account as tax credit. Whereas what they do is when you work and you have to pay income taxes, they actually subtract that income tax from your tuition credit. Now, why is this so amazing is that when it comes to this money that you are getting back, is that income tax is extremely expensive. Income tax like starts from about 15% of your salary is going into income tax. It also goes 15%, 20%, 24% being subtracted from your income. I think income tax is extremely expensive. Like, to be honest, if you are not in school, like, just go to school just to bring down this tax, because the amount for income tax is extremely high. So basically, once you have gotten that tuition credit, what they would do is, if you've been paying your income taxes, then what they'll do is give it back to you once you have filed your taxes. Tax filing is between February to April, so make sure every single year you are filing your taxes. Even if you haven't worked and you have just been in Canada as a student, still file taxes. If you have questions on that, definitely contact your school and ask about how tax credit work and how you can file your taxes between February and April. So if this is not something that you are taking advantage of, definitely use what I'm saying now and take advantage of this, because this is an amazing way to bring down your amount that you pay for income taxes. And sometimes it would end up that you pay absolutely nothing for income taxes. So if you are paying like $8,000 for tuition every single year, multiplied by 4 years, that's about 32,000. Now that 32,000 can be an amount that actually covers income taxes in total. So if every year your income taxes come to like $3,000, then just calculate how many $3,000 you can get out of 32,000, which would really show you how many years you would actually not be paying any income tax. So this is why this is so important, that you actually take advantage of this and ensure that you file your taxes every single year. The next one, which I wouldn't say is free money, but at the same time it is. So there's usually 4 weeks into a month, and the thing about that is that sometimes it's actually 5 weeks into a month. So what happens is, because you're actually getting paid on a hourly basis, you actually get paid for 5 weeks sometimes instead of 4 weeks. That's just an additional 1 week of income that I usually see in my bank account that I wasn't expecting. And that's just an amazing way of getting more money, because I'm telling you, many times I will sit down and I'm going through my spreadsheet and I'm looking and I'm saying, hold on, I expected this amount of income, but then when I take a look, it is more than that. I'm like, wait, how did it get this high? Then I take a look and I'm like, oh, I got GST tax and that was $400 that was added to my account. Or I would look and I would see, oh, wait, I got a tax refund and that tax refund was $2,000. So just things like that really adds up over time. And now I'm going to go into some other opportunities where you can really make more money while you're in Canada. And these are just opportunities that are not necessarily in other countries, especially third world countries. So the first one is working part-time. What I mean by this is the availability of part-time jobs in Canada is just excessive. Like, you can walk into any food court and you can get a job immediately on the spot. Just walk in there and say, I'm looking for a job, hire me, and you'll get the job. The thing about this is that there's a high turnover rate where persons are constantly leaving their job. So because of that, they are always looking for people to employ. So it's very easy to get a job in a fast food restaurant. So if you go to KFC, McDonald's, Wendy's, Burger King, any one of them, you'll get a job on the spot. Trust me. Take a look. You'll always realize that they're always hiring. The great thing about part-time jobs is that they have shifts, and they have shifts outside of the regular 8 to 5. So what that allows you to do is that you can work a full-time job in the daytime, and then in the evening you can go to a part-time job, and you can work like 5 to 9 or like 6 to 10. You can work, and you can even work later than that. You can work until 11 p.m., 12, 1 a.m. You can work as late as you want. But of course, one thing that I always prefer is to actually work within a reasonable time frame, like to 9 o'clock, the latest. Because then you have to get up to go to work the next day, and you want to have that balance. You don't want to be always working, and then you are up until 2 a.m. working. Then when you get home it's 3. Like, I wouldn't tell you to do that, but definitely take advantage to like 5 to 9 p.m. jobs. Like, those are really good jobs to get. So definitely, if you can get a job with a shift like that, take it. So the thing about this is that you also get to work full-time as well. So what you can be doing is working full-time along with working part-time at that job. Now, I'm definitely going to do a video shortly, like in the next video or video after that. I'm going to be showing you exactly how to find a job in Canada. So definitely look out for that video. The next opportunity that I found in Canada is the small gigs. So what this means is just small opportunities to work for like 2 months, 1 month, a few weeks, and you just get a nice amount of money, like at the end you can get like $1,000, $2,000, just like that. 2 hours work for like 2 weeks. You just do like a little part-time work there, part-time work here, and you get that little $2,000, and that really adds up. Now, one of the things about because as I said, I just have a tendency to compare my country to Canada, and one of the biggest things that I've realized is that, hey, in my home country, I can see where expenses add up, but in Canada, I can see where income adds up. That's not something that I experienced previously. I see income adding up, and I'm like, wow, this is really how income can add up over time. So that's just an amazing way to be slowly making that money, slowly adding. And trust me, if you are coming here and you want to pay your own tuition, use these tips and you will see how the money adds up over time and how you are able to pay your tuition and even save on top of it, which is what I was able to do while I was working. I was paying my tuition, and on top of it, I also got to save money. Like, how did that happen? Yeah, I was also saving during that time. Like, I wasn't playing, like I was doing full-time work. Like, during the summer is just this great time of 4 entire months to take advantage of jobs. People are looking for people like crazy to work during the summer. Take advantage of it. Do not do courses during the summer. Like, don't do it. Like, work during the summer, make that money, because that money is going to really, really help you with whatever you want to pay, whether you just want to cover your rent and your food during the school semester. Definitely make that money during the summer. Many students actually go to school during the summer. I'm telling you, do not go to school during the summer. Work during the summers. The next thing is shift jobs. So this is kind of like still like food court jobs, but it also extends to like grocery stores, Dollarama, Walmart. Just many places are out there. Like Skip the Dishes, Domino's, all those places are always hiring people. The only thing about like Skip the Dishes and Domino's is that they actually want drivers, so you have to be able to drive. But also they want like pizza cookers, and you don't need any experience. Like, none of these jobs requires experience. So while you have your full-time job, definitely take advantage of these part-time jobs. And the thing about them as well is that they also offer shifts. The thing about shift jobs is that they constantly call you in for more shifts. Persons are constantly dropping shifts. Oh, I'm feeling sick, I can't come in. And they call you, can you come in for this shift? Can you come in for this shift? Oh, we are so busy right now, we need someone to come in for this shift. Like, there is just so much opportunity to get shift when you're in these type of, like, just get into one of these jobs where you have shift work. Persons are constantly dropping shifts and they are calling you to come in and fill those shifts, and trust me, the money adds up. Like, I was going to shifts, like even Sundays when I say I wasn't going to any shift, I was going to shifts. That's why I tell you that I was able to save while I was going to school and paying a tuition. Like, how can I pay tuition, pay rent, pay all these things and still save money? That's because I was still taking additional shifts. I was still doing a part-time job when I really didn't have to. Like, I could just do a full-time job. And one of the biggest things that I realized is that once you've stayed in Canada and you just keep working, keep going at it, getting that experience, going through school, follow all the immigration rules, make sure you're not breaking any rules, just do the right thing, and trust me, it pays off in the end, because once you're done with school, you can get a way better job that pays you the amount that both the shift job and the full-time job pay in total. Like, the amount comes together to be, you get a way higher income by the time you're done with school. So like, it really pays off. And let me tell you, it's just not good to look at just the short term and look at, well, right now I need money and break rules and things like that. Like, there are so many loopholes to use, and I've done videos on top of videos about this, but there are so many loopholes already available. So I mean, just use them, don't break any rules. For example, there are like 700 Indian students that are currently being deported, and I mean, they are being deported because of fake admission. And I'm like, why didn't you just apply for proper admission? go to an actual immigration consultant, get good advice, apply to a school that would actually accept you. Like, immigration consultant can tell you what's the schools that would actually accept you in a school. But there were Indian students, and we don't know who else probably did this, where they decide that they want to accept a fake admission, where people just create fake admission and allow them to, I don't even know if they physically went to any school. And the weirdest thing is that these students came to Canada with a fake admission. They got their study permit, they got a work permit, and then when they started to work on their permanent residency, they realized that they were not legitimate students. Their admission was fake, and because of that, 700 international students that are Indians are being deported. So that is why it is just so important to just follow the rules and follow the regulations, because at the end of the day, there's so much to achieve, there's so much to accomplish, there's so many advantages. Like, just follow the rules and you will go places. Like, over time, I'm going to tell you that yes, when you first come to Canada, it's going to be difficult, it's going to be rough. You're getting accustomed to different people, different cultures, you're getting to know all these new things, and it is just very difficult when you first start. But the thing is, over time, things add up. You get to learn about the culture, you get to, you know exactly how things work here. You understand you as a person, or maybe you don't and you still struggle with that, but at least you're still figuring it out, and things just get easier. You slowly have more money compared to when you first came. You spend off all the money, and I mean, yeah, the difficulty is there, but the advantages are also there. Please do not do anything fake. Do not lie. Do not lie on your application. Just tell the truth, and you'll get through once you don't do anything wrong. Like, don't do anything wrong to begin with. But yeah, I wanted to also talk about credit cards, but I feel as if this video is starting to get too long. I'm going to talk about credit card into another video. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you really enjoyed it. I know that I kind of went off on a rant, but it's just what have been happening here, and it's just good to know these things and know that there are other ways to come to Canada, and there are good legitimate ways to do it, and there are good advantages of being here long term compared to doing things for short term success, and then long term something like this happens to you. Like, 700 people being deported is a lot of people. So definitely, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.